trust the process. These words hold immense power. Yet so often we overlook their profound significance in our daily lives. Today, we're going to examine this simple phrase and uncover the life-changing potential it holds for each and every one of us. You see, trusting the process isn't just a catchy slogan or a fleeting idea. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach our lives, our goals, and our personal growth. It's about having faith in ourselves and in the natural unfolding of events, even when the path ahead seems unclear or challenging. Now, I want you to take a moment and reflect on your own life. Think about those times when you felt stuck, frustrated, or uncertain about your direction. Perhaps you're in such a situation right now. These moments are precisely when trusting the process becomes not just helpful, but essential. But what does it truly mean to trust the process? At its core, it's about surrendering control over outcomes while maintaining unwavering commitment to your personal growth and goals. It's recognizing that life is a series of steps, some forward, some backward, but all leading to your ultimate destination. Consider a garden. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check its progress. You trust that with proper care, sunlight, and time, it will grow into a beautiful plant. Your personal growth is no different. Each action you take, each lesson you learn is like watering that seed. You may not see immediate results, but trust that growth is happening beneath the surface. This concept of trusting the process aligns perfectly with the law of attraction. When you maintain a positive mindset and believe in your ability to achieve your goals, you attract opportunities and experiences that support your growth. It's not about passively waiting for things to happen, but actively cultivating an attitude of trust and openness to the possibilities that lie ahead. Now, I understand that trusting the process isn't always easy. We live in a world that demands instant gratification. We want results, and we want them now. But true, lasting change and personal development don't happen overnight. They require patience, perseverance, and yes, trust in the process. Think about any skill you've mastered in your life. Perhaps it's playing an instrument, excelling in a sport, or developing expertise in your profession. Did you become proficient immediately? Of course not. It took time, practice, and a willingness to push through challenges and setbacks. When we trust the process, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control every aspect of our lives. We release the need for perfection and embrace the beauty of progress. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. Imagine approaching each day with the mindset that everything happening is part of your growth journey. Suddenly, obstacles become opportunities for learning. Setbacks become setups for comebacks. This is the power of trusting the process. But let's be clear. Trusting the process doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for life to happen to you. It's an active, engaged approach to living. It means showing up every day, putting in the work, and having faith that your efforts will bear fruit in due time. It's about setting intentions and working towards them consistently, while remaining open to the twists and turns life may present. When you trust the process, you're better equipped to handle unexpected changes because you understand that they're all part of your unique journey. Consider the metaphor of climbing a mountain. When you're at the base, looking up at the peak, it can seem impossibly far away. But you don't climb a mountain in one giant leap. You do it step by step, navigating the terrain as it comes. Some parts of the climb might be steep and challenging. Others might be more gradual and easy. There might be times when you need to take a detour or even backtrack a bit to find a better path. But with each step, you're making progress, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Trusting the process is like keeping your eyes on that mountain peak while focusing on the next step in front of you. You know where you're going, but you're not overwhelmed by the entirety of the journey ahead. You trust that if you keep moving forward one step at a time, you'll eventually reach your goal. This approach to life requires a fundamental shift in how we measure success. Instead of focusing solely on the end result, we learn to appreciate and celebrate the small victories along the way. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress worth acknowledging. When you trust the process, you also become more resilient in the face of setbacks. Instead of seeing failures as endpoints, you view them as valuable learning experiences. Each obstacle overcome, each lesson learned becomes another building block in your personal growth. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Did they achieve their goals overnight? Rarely. More often, their stories are filled with setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But what set them apart was their ability to trust the process, to keep moving forward even when Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the essence of trusting the process. It's about maintaining faith in your journey even when faced with repeated setbacks. Now, I want to address a common misconception about trusting the process. Some people mistakenly believe it means passively accepting whatever life throws at you. This couldn't be further from the truth. Trusting the process is an active, engaged approach to life. It means setting clear intentions for what you want to achieve. It means taking consistent action towards your goals. It means reflecting on your experiences and learning from them. And yes, it means adjusting your course when necessary. Think of yourself as the captain of a ship. You have a destination in mind, but you can't control the wind or the waves. Trusting the process is about skillfully navigating whatever conditions arise, always keeping your ultimate goal in sight. This approach to life requires courage. It takes bravery to keep moving forward when the path is unclear. It takes strength to maintain faith in yourself and your journey, especially when faced with doubts or criticism from others. The more you practice trusting the process, the easier it becomes. It's like building a muscle. Each time you choose trust over fear, each time you take a step forward despite uncertainty, you're strengthening your ability to navigate life with confidence and grace. As you embrace this mindset, you'll likely notice a shift in your overall well-being. When we trust the process, we release a lot of the stress and anxiety that comes from trying to control every aspect of our lives. We become more present, more appreciative of the journey itself, rather than fixating solely on the destination. This doesn't mean you'll never feel frustrated or impatient. Those feelings are part of the human experience, but when you trust the process, you have a framework for dealing with those emotions. You can acknowledge them, learn from them, and then return to a place of trust and forward momentum. Now let's talk about how you can start incorporating this mindset into your daily life. It begins with awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts and reactions throughout the day. Notice when you're resisting what is, when you're trying to force outcomes, or when you're getting caught up in worry about the future. In those moments, gently remind yourself to trust the process. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How is this contributing to my growth? This simple shift in perspective can transform challenging moments into opportunities for personal development. Another powerful practice is to start each day by setting an intention to trust the process. This could be as simple as saying to yourself, today I choose to trust the journey of my life. I am open to the lessons and opportunities that come my way. Throughout your day, look for evidence that supports your trust. Celebrate the small victories. Acknowledge the progress you're making, no matter how incremental it might seem. Remember, every step forward is moving you closer to your goals. It's also important to surround yourself with people who support your growth mindset. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who challenge you to be your best self. Their positive energy and belief in the process can help reinforce your own commitment to personal growth. Consider keeping a journal to document your journey. Write about your experiences, your challenges, and your victories. Over time, you'll be able to look back and see just how far you've come. This tangible evidence of your progress can be incredibly motivating, especially during times when your trust might waver. Remember, trusting the process doesn't mean you'll never face doubt or uncertainty. These feelings are natural and even necessary parts of the growth process. The key is not to let them derail you. When doubts arise, acknowledge them, but don't give them power over your actions. Instead, use them as reminders to recommit to your journey. As you continue to trust the process, you may find that your goals and dreams evolve. This is perfectly natural and, in fact, a sign of growth. As you learn more about yourself and the world around you, your vision for your life may shift. Embrace these changes as part of the process. One of the most beautiful aspects of trusting the process is that it allows you to enjoy the present moment more fully. When we're constantly striving for the next achievement, always looking ahead to the future, we miss out on the richness of our current experiences. Trusting the process helps us find joy and meaning in the here and now. Even as we work towards our long-term goals, this mindset also fosters gratitude. When we trust the process, we become more aware of the many blessings in our lives. We start to see how every experience, even the challenging ones, contribute to our growth and development. This gratitude further reinforces our trust, creating a positive cycle of growth and appreciation. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when it comes to trusting the process: the fear of making mistakes. In our society, mistakes are often seen as failures, things to be avoided at all costs. But when you truly trust the process, you understand that mistakes are not only inevitable, but valuable. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn, to refine your approach, to grow stronger and wiser. When you embrace this perspective, you free yourself from the paralysis of perfectionism. You become willing to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, knowing that whatever the outcome, you'll be moving forward on your journey. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall down countless times, but they don't give up. They don't label themselves as failures. They simply get back up and try again. This is trusting the process in its purest form. As adults, we can learn so much from this approach to life. Another aspect of trusting the process is learning to be patient with yourself. Personal growth and change take time. You wouldn't expect a seed to grow into a mighty oak overnight. So why do we often expect instant transformation in our own lives? Give yourself permission to be a work in progress. Celebrate the small steps, the tiny improvements. Trust that with consistent effort and patience, you will reach your goals. Remember, the oak tree was once an acorn that held its ground. As you continue on your journey of personal growth, you'll likely encounter moments of profound insight and clarity. These aha moments are beautiful confirmations of the process at work. They often come when we least expect them, illuminating our path forward in ways we couldn't have anticipated. These moments of clarity are like gifts from the universe, reminding us of the wisdom of trusting the process. They show us that even when we can't see the whole picture, there's a greater plan unfolding. But here's an important point: don't become dependent on these moments of insight. While they're wonderful when they occur, the real growth happens in the day-to-day commitment to your journey. It's in the small choices you make, the habits you cultivate, the mindset you maintain. Trusting the process also means being willing to let go of what no longer serves you. As you grow and evolve, you may find that certain beliefs, habits, or even relationships are holding you back. Letting go can be challenging, but it's often necessary to make room for new growth. Think of it like pruning a plant. Sometimes we need to cut away the old, dead branches to allow for new, healthy growth. This process can feel uncomfortable or even painful at times, but it's essential for your continued development. As you embrace this mindset of trusting the process, you may find that your entire outlook on life begins to shift. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable now appear as opportunities for growth. Setbacks that would have previously derailed, become valuable learning experiences. You'll likely find yourself becoming more resilient, more adaptable to change. Because when you trust the process, you understand that change is not something to be feared, but rather an integral part of your growth journey. This resilience extends beyond your personal life. When you trust the process, you're better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of your career, your relationships, and the world around you. You become a steady, grounding force, not just for yourself. Speaking of others, as you continue to trust your own process, you'll likely find that you become more compassionate and understanding towards others on their journeys. You'll recognize that everyone is at a different stage in their personal growth, facing their own unique challenges and learning their own lessons. This compassion can greatly enhance your relationships. Instead of judging others for their mistakes or perceived shortcomings, you'll be able to offer support and encouragement. You'll understand that they too are trusting their own process. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with: with comparing their journey to others. In today's world of social media and constant connectivity, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our progress against someone else's highlight reel. But when you truly trust the process, you understand that your journey is uniquely yours. There's no value in comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone's path is different, with its own twists and turns, its own timeline. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own growth. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you learning, evolving, moving forward? These are the questions that matter when you're trusting the process. Remember, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. This mindset frees you from the stress and anxiety of constant comparison, allowing you to focus your energy on your own growth and development. As you continue to trust the process, you may find that your definition of success begins to change. Rather than focusing solely on external achievements or material gains, you'll start to value internal growth and personal fulfillment more highly. Success becomes less about reaching a specific destination and more about who you're becoming along the way. It's about the qualities you're developing, the wisdom you're gaining, the positive impact you're having on those around you. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. It frees you from the endless pursuit of external validation and allows you to find contentment and fulfillment in your daily life and personal growth. Now, let's talk about the role of intuition and trusting the process. As you continue on your journey, you'll likely find that your intuition, that inner voice of wisdom, becomes stronger and clearer. Learning to trust your intuition is a crucial part of trusting the process. It's about tuning into your inner guidance system, that deep knowing that often defies logical explanation. This doesn't mean ignoring facts or rational thought, but rather integrating your intuitive wisdom with your logical mind. Your intuition can often see the bigger picture, sensing opportunities or potential pitfalls that your conscious mind might miss. As you learn to trust this inner guidance, you'll find that navigating life's challenges becomes easier and more natural. Developing your intuition is like strengthening any other muscle. It requires practice and patience. Start by paying attention to those subtle feelings, those hunches or gut instincts. Take note of when you follow them and when you don't, and what the outcomes are. Over time, you'll learn to distinguish between the voice of fear, ego, and the voice of true intuition. As you deepen your trust in the process, you may find that synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, start to occur more frequently in your life. You might think of someone and then bump into them unexpectedly, or a book with just the information you need might fall into your hands at the perfect moment. These synchronicities are like little winks from the universe, confirmations that you're on the right path. They're reminders of the interconnectedness of all things and the magic that can unfold when we trust the process. But remember, trusting the process doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for these synchronicities to occur. It's about taking inspired action, staying open and receptive to opportunities, and having faith that things will unfold as they should. Trusting the process doesn't mean ignoring problems or avoiding necessary changes. If something in your life isn't working, if you're in a situation that's harmful or holding you back, trusting the process means having the courage to make necessary changes. Sometimes the process we need to trust involves letting go of what's familiar and stepping into the unknown. This can be scary, but remember, growth often happens outside of our comfort zone. Think of it like this. If you're on a journey and you realize you've taken a wrong turn, trusting the process doesn't mean continuing down the wrong path. It means having the wisdom to recognize the mistake, the courage to change direction, and the faith that this detour is part of your larger journey. As you continue to trust the process, you'll likely find that your ability to handle uncertainty and change improves dramatically. You'll develop a sense of inner stability that allows you to remain grounded even when the world around you is in flux. This stability comes from knowing that whatever happens, you have the resilience and adaptability to handle it. You trust not just in the process of life, but in your own ability to navigate that process. Now let's talk about the importance of self-compassion and trusting the process. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned or when we face setbacks, but true trust in the process requires treating ourselves with kindness and understanding. Remember, you're human. You'll make mistakes. You'll have moments of doubt. You'll sometimes lose your way. These aren't failures. They're part of the process. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend facing challenges. This self-compassion isn't about making excuses or avoiding responsibility. It's about acknowledging your humanity, learning from your experiences, and moving forward with renewed commitment and understanding. As you cultivate this self-compassion, you'll likely find that it becomes easier to extend compassion to others as well. You'll recognize that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges and learning their own lessons. This compassion for yourself and others creates a positive ripple effect in your life. It improves your relationships, reduces stress and anxiety, and creates a more supportive environment for personal growth. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when it comes to trusting the process, the fear of the unknown. It's natural to feel apprehensive about what lies ahead, especially when we can't see the entire path. But here's a powerful truth. The unknown is where all possibilities exist. It's in the uncharted territories of our lives that we often find our greatest opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Think about it. Every great adventure, every significant achievement in human history began with a step into the unknown. The Wright brothers didn't know for certain they could achieve powered flight, but they trusted the process of their experiments and changed the world. When you learn to embrace the unknown, to see it as an exciting frontier rather than a threat, you open yourself up to incredible possibilities. You free yourself from the limitations of what you think is possible and allow yourself to dream bigger, to reach. Trusting the process means having faith that even if you can't see the entire staircase, taking that first step. And then the next will eventually lead you to where you need to be. This trust doesn't mean you won't feel fear and uncertainty. Those feelings are natural and even useful. They can keep us alert and motivated. The key is not to let those feelings paralyze you or hold you back from taking action. As you continue to trust the process, you may find that your relationship with fear changes. Instead of seeing fear as something to be avoided, you start to recognize it as a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, that you're growing and evolving. In fact, feeling fear can often be a sign that you're on the right track. It means you're pushing your boundaries, exploring new territories in your personal growth. When you trust the process, you can acknowledge the fear, thank it for its message, and then move forward anyway. Another important aspect of trusting the process is learning to be comfortable with imperfection. In our society, there's often immense pressure to get things right the first time, to have it all figured out. But life isn't about perfection. It's about progress. When you trust the process, you understand that imperfection is not only okay, it's necessary for growth. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Every setback, a chance to come back stronger. Think about how a pearl is formed. It starts as a grain of sand irritant inside an oyster. Layer by layer, the oyster transforms this irritant into something beautiful. Our challenges and imperfections can be transformed in much the same way if we trust the process. As you embrace this mindset, you may find yourself becoming more willing to take risks, to try new things. Because when you trust the process, you know that even if things don't work out as planned, you'll learn and grow from the experience. This willingness to embrace imperfection and take risks can lead to incredible breakthroughs in your personal and professional life. Some of the world's greatest innovations and artistic masterpieces came from people who were willing to make mistakes, to experiment, to trust the process of creation. Now, let's talk about the role of mindfulness in trusting the process. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is a powerful tool for deepening your trust in the process of life. When we're mindful, we're able to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. We can notice when we're slipping into doubt or fear and gently guide ourselves back to a place of trust. Mindfulness also helps us stay connected to the present moment, rather than getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. It allows us to fully experience and appreciate each step of our journey, rather than always rushing towards the next goal. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and bringing your attention to the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body, the sounds around you, the rhythm of your breath. This simple practice, done regularly, can dramatically enhance your ability to trust the process. As you become more mindful, you may find that you become more aware of the subtle ways the universe is supporting you on your journey. You might notice small signs of progress that you previously overlooked, or recognize opportunities that you might have missed when your mind was cluttered with worries about the future. This increased awareness can greatly reinforce your trust in the process. It helps you recognize that even when things seem to be standing still on the surface, there's always growth happening beneath. Now let's address something that many people struggle with. The pace of their progress. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become impatient to want instant results. But real, lasting change often happens slowly in small increments that are barely noticeable on a day-to-day basis. Trusting the process means having faith in these small, consistent steps. It's about understanding that true growth is often like the growth of a tree, slow, steady, and incredibly strong. Think about how a bamboo tree grows. For the first 5 years, it barely breaks through the soil. But during this time, it's developing a complex root system underground. Then in the 5th year, it suddenly shoots up, growing up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Your personal growth can be like this. There may be long periods where you feel like you're not making progress, where you're putting in effort but not seeing results. But if you trust the process and keep putting in the work, you're developing a strong foundation. This patience and persistence in the face of apparent lack of progress is a hallmark of those who truly trust the process. They understand that growth isn't always linear or visible, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. As you cultivate this patience, you may find that your entire relationship with time begins to shift. Instead of always rushing towards the next goal, you'll learn to appreciate the journey itself. You find joy and fulfillment in the daily practices that are shaping you, rather than constantly yearning for some future state of achievement. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. It frees you from the stress and anxiety of always striving, always pushing. You learn to find peace and contentment in the present moment, even as you continue to work towards your goals. Now let's talk about the importance of flexibility and trusting the process. While it's important to have clear goals and intentions, it's equally important to remain flexible in how you achieve them. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, of presenting us with unexpected challenges and opportunities. When you trust the process, you're able to adapt to these changes with grace and resilience. This flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals or values. Rather, it's about being open to different paths to reach those goals. It's about recognizing that sometimes what looks like a detour might actually be a shortcut. Think of it like navigating a river. You have a destination in mind, but the specific route you take might change based on the current, on obstacles in the water, on new information you gather along the way. Trusting the process means being willing to adjust your course as needed, while keeping your ultimate. This flexibility also extends to your beliefs and ideas about yourself and the world. As you grow and evolve, you may find that some of your old beliefs no longer serve you. Trusting the process means being willing to let go of these outdated ideas and embrace new perspectives that better align with your growing self. Remember, growth often happens at the edges of your comfort zone. By remaining flexible and open to new ideas and experiences, you create more opportunities for growth and self-discovery. As you continue to trust the process, you may find that your entire approach to problem-solving changes. Instead of getting stressed or anxious when faced with challenges, you start to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. You develop a kind of curiosity about life's challenges. What can I learn from this? Becomes your default question when faced with difficulties. This shift in perspective can transform even the most daunting obstacles into stepping stones for personal growth. This doesn't mean you'll never feel frustrated or discouraged. Those feelings are part of the human experience. But when you trust the process, You have a framework for moving through those feelings and returning to a place of growth and forward momentum. Now let's talk about the role of gratitude in trusting the process. Cultivating a practice of gratitude can greatly enhance your ability to trust in the unfolding of your life. When we're grateful, we shift our focus from what's lacking in our lives to the abundance that's already present. This shift in perspective can be incredibly powerful. It helps us recognize the many ways we're supported and guided, even in challenging. Gratitude also helps us stay present and appreciative of each step of our journey. Instead of always striving for the next achievement, we learn to find joy and fulfillment in the here and now. A simple way to cultivate gratitude is to take a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. This could be as simple as appreciating a beautiful sunset, feeling grateful for a supportive friend, or acknowledging your own efforts towards your goals. As you make gratitude a regular practice, you may find that it becomes easier to trust the process of your life. You become more aware of the many blessings and opportunities present in each moment, which reinforces your faith in the journey. Another powerful aspect of trusting the process is learning to listen to your body. Our bodies often hold wisdom that our conscious minds overlook. Physical sensations, energy levels, even illnesses can all be messages guiding us on our path. When we trust the process, we learn to tune into these bodily signals. We recognize when we need to rest, when we need to push ourselves, when we need to make changes in our lives for the sake of our health and well-being. This body awareness can be a powerful guide in decision-making. Often, our bodies will give us signals about whether a choice feels right or not. Long before our conscious minds have processed all the information, learning to trust these bodily signals is a process in itself. It requires practice and patience. But as you develop this skill, you'll find that you have access to a deep well of intuitive wisdom that can guide you on your journey. Now, let's address something that many people struggle with: a fear of success. It might seem counterintuitive, but many of us unconsciously hold ourselves back from success because we're afraid of what it might mean or bring into our lives. We might fear the additional responsibilities that come with success, or worry that we won't be able to maintain our achievements. We might even fear that success will change us in ways we're not prepared for. Trusting the process means having faith that you'll be able to handle whatever comes with success. It means trusting in your ability to grow and adapt as your life evolves. Remember, success is not a destination. It's part of the ongoing process of your life. Each achievement opens doors to new opportunities for growth and learning. When you trust the process, you're able to embrace these opportunities rather than shrinking from them. As you continue on your journey of personal growth, you may find that your definition of success begins to change. Instead of focusing solely on external achievements, you start to value internal growth and fulfillment more highly. Success becomes less about what you have or what you've achieved and more about who you're becoming. It's about the qualities you're developing, the wisdom you're gaining, the positive impact you're having on those around you. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. It frees you from the endless pursuit of external validation and allows you to find contentment and fulfillment in your daily life and personal growth. Now let's talk about the importance of community and trusting the process. While personal growth is ultimately an individual journey, having a supportive community can make a world of difference. Surrounding yourself with people who understand and support your commitment to personal growth can provide encouragement during challenging times. It can offer new perspectives when you feel stuck and celebrate your victories, both big and small. This community doesn't have to be large. It might be a few close friends, a mentor, a support group, or even an online community of like-minded individuals. The key is to connect with people who inspire you to keep growing, who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. When you're part of a supportive community, trusting the process becomes easier. You're reminded that you're not alone in your struggles and triumphs. You see others who have walked similar paths and come out stronger on the other side. Remember, though, that while community support is valuable, ultimately the journey is yours. Trust in your own inner guidance, even if it sometimes leads you in a different direction than others expect. As we near the end of our exploration of trusting the process, I want to remind you of something crucial. This journey of personal growth is not about reaching a final destination. There's no point at which you'll suddenly have it all figured out. No moment when you'll be completely free of challenges or doubts. Trusting the process is about embracing the ongoing nature of personal growth. It's about finding joy and fulfillment in the journey itself rather than constantly striving for some imagined perfect future state. Each day presents new opportunities for growth, new challenges to overcome, new insights to be gained. When you trust the process, you approach each day with curiosity and openness, ready to learn and evolve. Remember, you are constantly evolving, constantly becoming. Each experience, each challenge, each triumph is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Trust in this process of becoming. To conclude, I want to leave you with this thought. Trusting the process is ultimately an act of self-love and self-respect. It's about having faith in your own resilience, your own capacity for growth and change. It's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion as you navigate the ups and downs of life. It's about honoring your own journey with all its unique twists and turns. So I encourage you, embrace the process of your life. Trust in your ability to grow, to learn, to overcome challenges. Trust in the wisdom of your experiences and the guidance of your intuition and the support of the universe. Remember, every step you take, every challenge you face, every insight you gain is part of your unique journey. Trust the process and watch as your life unfolds in beautiful and unexpected ways. You are on a magnificent journey of growth and self-discovery. Trust the process and enjoy